Hey guys, thank you so much for coming onto this special video. This video, I'm going to be honest, is something that I've now ticked off a bucket list. When I first started this channel, I always had this dream of interviewing a band. And last week, on Sunday, I finally did it. And it was just one of those experiences on my YouTube journey that I will always cherish. That I got to interview a band that is just incredible. Freeze the Fall honestly are incredible. And I never expected this to happen. I never expected, when I jokingly said on the Daughters of Witches reaction, if you want to have an interview, blah, 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 I never expected anything. And when I got that email after my premiere, I was like, okay, right, this is happening. And so over the past few weeks, I have been in conversation with the management of Freeze the Fall. I've also been in chats with Freeze the Fall themselves. And guys, there's just something about this band where you're going to have to watch them because they are going to be big. They are going to be big. And Freeze the Fall right now, I just want you to know, the UK are behind you. I'm in Scotland, in Glasgow, the UK. When you come over here, I'd love to meet you, show you around any city that you're in, and you're always welcome in the UK. I'm speaking for the UK right now. So I'm going to stop talking, guys. You obviously want to see the interview. So enjoy a moment in my YouTube career that is a moment I'd tick off a bucket list. So enjoy the video. And thank you for watching. Guys, I just want to say thank you so much for coming onto this channel. It honestly means a lot. When I said in my video about the interview, I didn't even expect anything, to be honest. Like I got the email, I was like, oh, okay. So obviously I know you're busy at the moment with a busy schedule, so thank you for taking time. I've actually got questions here from my Patreon members who are subscribers of the channel, because I was like, I'll just ask them if they've got questions. So I'm just going to read it out. So
Awesome.
Basically, first question is, when did you first pick up an instrument, and when did you know you wanted to be in a band? So that's kind of two, but it was in one question.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I first started playing drums when I was 7, and I think my mom got me into it, and I was just playing on pots and pans and stuff like that. So that's
Yeah.
kind of how I started, and I think I really wanted to get into a band kind of in like middle school. That was kind of around when I was thinking about being in a band, and I was like looking around for people. We all go to the same music school, so we were all kind of connected through that way as well.
For sure. Yeah. I started playing like the ukulele and the piano when I was around 6 or 7, but I started playing the bass when I was 11. And I wanted to like be in a band and like play music. Around the same time, like grade 8, grade 9 was kind of like, that's when like the real big like, okay, this is what I want to do. That's when that kind of like happened. Yeah.
Okay, I started piano lessons when I was 5, singing lessons when I was 7, and then guitar when I was about 11 years old. And I was self-taught for the first part of my like guitar journey, I guess. And I wanted to be in a band. I think it started in like 6th grade. So I was probably like 11, 12 years old. So yeah.
That's amazing, because actually, I'm going to be honest, I play the drums myself.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
And my music hero, Dave Grohl, he actually, the Foo Fighters, I've seen them twice. Like, first time I was a weak kneed when he came on stage, I was like, I'm seeing my music hero right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
but basically, I did kind of what he did. I got pillows and started just tapping away. And Mum's like, something about this. They're getting the drum kit.
Yeah.
So yeah, I kind of understand like what you mean about pots and pans and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'll go on to the next
Gotta start somewhere.
one. Yeah, definitely. I'll go into the next one, which more or less I think you've answered, but how did you meet?
Yeah, so Aria and I met first. We went to the same middle school. I was in 9th grade and she was in 8th grade. It was like the end of the school year. And we kept like passing each other in the hallways. I'd see her carrying her bass around, like coming from band class, and she'd be wearing like a Bring Me the Horizon t-shirt or the Warning t-shirt,
Nice.
anything like that. And I really wanted to meet her because, you know, like I didn't have any friends who were into the same kind of like rock metal that I was. So I really wanted to meet her, but I was really, really scared too because I don't like talking to new people.
We like knew about each other's like existence since like the beginning of the year, but never talked to each other.
We never talked to each
until,
other
like,
because we were too
months
scared.
later.
Yeah, but at the end of the school year, we met, and then we also saw each other again at this like show that our music school puts on. So that's where I met her parents and stuff. And then I think a week or two later, we were like, all right, let's jam. And so then we came to this room and we started learning our favorite songs together.
That's
And
amazing.
then
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then Aria met me through a band that I had like played a couple songs with before, and we got connected, and Aria came out to a show that I was playing downtown, and then we met there. It was pretty awkward to say
Yeah,
the least.
it was really awkward.
But
yeah, I think all of us meeting each other, it was really awkward because we're not like people. We're all very like
yeah.
like kind of introverted in our own space. So it was really
I understand that. Trust me. I
yeah,
understand.
yeah, and it's scary when you have something that you want to do so badly, like maybe start jamming with a person or something, and it's like it's really stressful and you feel a lot of pressure because it's like you need
Mhm.
to talk to this person, but it's like, oh my gosh, I have to like walk up and talk to them,
Yeah.
which is terrifying, but it worked out for us, which is nice.
I
Yeah.
remember like the first like jam we had. So Quinn and I had met each other about a month before. And so we had this whole plan. We're like, okay, we gotta impress him. We gotta like we gotta make him think we're really cool. So we like picked all the songs we were gonna show him. I was like, which bass should I bring? Which is my coolest bass? And so
Yes,
so
yes.
Yeah, but I mean, it's great though that you guys kind of gel so much, because I've watched other YouTubers who've met you obviously and seen you live. There was a guy, I can't remember for the life of me, I'm rubbish with names. So
It's
he
okay.
went to a gig and he played guitar. Can't remember his name.
Okay.
But yeah, he said like how you guys all work so well together as a band, you know.
Oh, thank you.
And I could definitely see in your music videos, like you guys have it. You honestly, you guys really do have it. Like
Thank you
you're on the
so
same level,
much.
in my opinion, as the Warning, who I've
Really?
only got into the Warning and I'm seeing them on Tuesday.
oh, that's awesome. Have so
Have
much
fun. That's gonna be amazing.
I will.
Awesome.
yes.
Yeah, perfect.
So the next one, what songwriting process do you follow?
It's slightly varied depending on the song.
Yeah.
So usually one of us will bring something in. So maybe I'll bring in a chorus. I'll have like a chorus idea and I show it to these two, or maybe Jonah will have like a concept, or Aria will have like a riff or something. So we bring in that like initial thing, and then usually we start building the instruments first. And then once we finish like a rough like layout of like how the verse and chorus and how all the transitions are gonna go, then we sit down and we all brainstorm lyric ideas. We write our lyrics all together. So yeah, then we get the lyrics down and then we kind of start to put things together. And once the vocals and lyrics come in, the instruments kind of shift and stuff. But yeah, I think that's the process, if that answers your question.
Yeah, that's,
Okay.
yeah. The next one, I didn't want to ask this, but someone did. So
Good.
who has the most annoying habits?
The most annoying habits.
Some annoying habits.
I might just break the band right now. Great.
That's a good question.
I think we can all be pretty annoying when
Yeah.
we're just like hanging out. We can be pretty silly and annoying, but
Yeah.
like I think we each have our thing. But
Yeah, I can't think of anything like specific right now, but we all have our moments. But I
yeah,
think that's
sure.
part of it, is that like since we
Yeah.
know each other really well, we know like, I don't know, like we can just like talk to each other about it, or we can like understand what the other people need like
Yeah.
to work.
We
if that makes
understand
sense.
each other very well.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
if anyone's annoyed, then it's not a massive thing, which is
Right.
nice. We've never been in
Yeah.
any like really big fights, which is always good.
Yeah.
We just like talk
Which
through it.
obviously other bands you hear their band
Mhm.
explode.
That would be a
like
nightmare.
Blink-182, for example, you know,
Yeah.
they split up. I love their new album, by the way. I love Blink-182. Right. So leading on to the actual music, what music did you listen to growing up before the band, or just growing up basically? Because obviously you're still
Like
doing.
childhood.
Yeah.
I grew up listening to like a lot of classic rock, 80s and 90s, that kind of thing. That's what my parents always listened to, like a lot of the radio. So that's what I grew up listening to.
I grew up on a lot of just like hard rock, like Alter Bridge, Nickelback, that kind of stuff. There's a lot of that.
Yeah.
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 There isn't really like a specific genre that I grew up on, but there's a lot of like Sarah McLachlan, Natalie Merchant. There's a band that's really famous across Canada called the Tragically Hip. I think all Canadians just know the Tragically Hip. They never really made it outside of Canada, but they were really popular, and they're kind of like a rock. Like
Rock, yeah.
I wouldn't call them classic rock, but they're kind of along the same
Right.
lines. So
Yeah,
a lot of
that's
that.
good.
Yeah, I think that's most of it for me.
I
Yeah.
might need to react to them. to see what-
Yeah, no, it was funny because they'd be playing like really massive shows when they're in Canada, but then as soon as they leave the border, they'd be playing little bars and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like they're not around anymore, but
No.
yeah, they're like famous all over Canada. All the Canadians know the
Yes.
Tragically Hip. Everyone grew up on them.
The next one, gosh, can I read my handwriting?
No, it's all good. Take your time.
Okay, it's another music one. Who are you listening to at the moment that really impacts you, as in like, you personally, or the songwriting that you're doing?
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Okay, for sure. I say this every interview, but it's so true. Bring Me the Horizon all the way. My favorite band always has been.
Her room is like a
Always.
shrine to Bring Me the
Yes,
Horizon.
it's like plastered in pictures of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely them for sure.
I think a band that I've been listening to a lot recently, and they've influenced me a lot, is Sleep Token.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I really love the drummer too. He's a really big inspiration for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have two main ones right now. One of them is Pantera. You gotta go Pantera.
Yeah.
And also this artist that I just like found on Instagram one day, her name is Kiki Rockwell. She's not rock or metal or any of that. She's kind of pop, folk, like, I don't know, but I love her music. She's very creative. So,
Wow.
yeah.
It's a bit, so she's unsigned, is she? Like, she's not
I don't
signed.
know if she's signed or not, to be honest.
No.
I need to do like a deep dive on her. Like I
Yeah.
listen to her music, but I don't know much about her personally or her like career.
Yeah, well, it's a bit like that. You've obviously heard of Ren, have you? That is an artist from the UK.
Yeah. Was he the one who did that video where he was just like sitting in that room with the guitar and he was like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that
yeah,
guy.
yeah.
He's unsigned, and he actually became #1 album, beating like Rick Astley, the heavyweight.
Yeah.
He beat Rick Astley because everyone was like, "Who is this guy? We need to like listen to him." So and it was also just like plugging out song after song after song every Thursday, like, and the whole YouTube just is like pouncing on it, going, "Yeah, we need more of this."
Right.
So
I forgot
definitely
about that
check it out.
video.
So did I. That's
Yeah,
a
I watched it
crazy
once and I
song.
remember I was just like shocked and then I kind of just left and forgot about it. But we need to go back to that because
Yeah.
he was very creative and
It's-
very, very bold, very bold. And I think
Oh, yeah.
bold artists get a lot of hate, but I think that I don't know. I think bold artists are my favorite. Like artists who do get a lot of hate because they're just so authentically themselves, which is scary. It's scary to think of like being yourself and being so out there like that.
Yeah.
But really, I
Yeah.
really admire that and I'd hope to be that one day.
Right. Yeah.
Well, you're heading there, trust me. Like,
Thank you.
I keep saying, because everyone, obviously me being a reactor, everyone asks me, "Oh, who should I listen to?" And I actually honestly say you guys, because I'm like, seriously, you gotta listen.
Thank you so
And
much.
then they come back and go, "How old did you say they were?" Like, how about, because you sound so polished.
Oh,
Like,
thank you so much.
Thank you.
When we were
Um,
in the studio and we were sitting down with our producer and kind of just in pre-production kind of mapping out how we were going to go about like making this EP. I vividly remember multiple times we were all sitting there and we were like, okay, we want to make sure we don't sound like we wanted to make sure people said they're good, not they're good like for their age or like, oh, they're just teenagers. Like we want it to be
remember
just like good and taken seriously.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm glad that you can recommend us, because that was our goal. We want to be taken seriously, not just like we're some random teenagers, which we are, but we also work hard on our music. We also work hard on our music, so that was important to us.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay, this is my question. This is a question I just ask anyone really, because I like sci-fi and stuff like that. If you had a time machine and you could go and see any live show from the past, like, you know, Nirvana, anything like that, like the Queen one, where would you go? What would you see? I think that's just the same question.
That's an amazing question.
Yeah, that's
I like
really
that a
good.
lot.
Yeah.
Shall I tell you mine, what you think?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
absolutely.
go for
Yeah.
it.
Okay. The Queen Live Aid one, Freddie Mercury.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I was
Classic.
thinking.
That's-
That's what I was
Or
Good.
that, or the Nirvana, the MTV one, because I'm a huge Nirvana fan. You
Yeah.
know,
thinking.
yeah.
Yeah, Nirvana's amazing.
Solid choice.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, I think I'd have to say Live Aid. I agree with you there. That's pretty
Mhm.
much unbeatable, to be honest.
Yeah.
Right now, all that's coming to mind, I know you're gonna
It's
be
okay.
annoyed with this,
There's no
but
judgment.
Bring Me the Horizon at Royal Albert Hall. That's got to be it for me. I'd love to see that.
That does look, that did look pretty, because I've reacted to a few of those, and that it did look pretty awesome, to be
It
honest.
did. It was a crazy,
Yeah.
crazy production.
Yeah.
I don't even know. This is such a good question. I guess I'll just have to go with like the first thing that comes into my mind. I don't remember what the venue was called, but there was this one specific Children of Bodom show, and it was in Sweden, and it was,
Mm.
I think it was in like the early 2000s, and I watch it like all the time. It's so good. Yeah.
Good one.
Yeah. Would you say I've just asked like one of the best questions? Please
I think
say
so.
it.
I think so.
For sure.
I
That
love
made me think.
No, we love when interviewers do that. Like, because
Yeah.
there's always like the standard questions, like when did you get into music and all that, but it's really fun when you put your own take on the questions. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, thank you. So obviously you've had two songs out, which is Glitch and Daughters of Witches. And obviously you've got an EP, which if you want to say when it's out, you can.
Yeah.
Out of the two, which is the song you're most proud of and your most favorite? That's a hard
It's
one.
another good one.
Oh.
I think it's different for all of us.
Yeah. Do you want to
Yeah.
just?
Out of Glitch and Daughters.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. I think probably I'm most proud of Daughters, because we've had it for a while. Like, it's probably been a year since we wrote it now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I think it's been really cool to see how it's evolved, like throughout how many times we've played it before going into the studio, and then seeing it kind of morph through pre-production.
Yeah.
I think that was really cool to see. And I love seeing like the heavier aspect of us come to life in that song.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's a very like, I feel like it's a pretty unique sounding song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it sounds really like us.
Mhm.
Yeah.
For me, I would also say Daughters. That one, like, I think that was the first time that I ever helped out on vocals in a song for one of our originals, and that was a really cool experience. I also just really like how it sounds, so yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know if I can say this, but my favorite song hasn't been released yet, but
Yeah, my favorite
Yeah.
hasn't been released yet either.
Could you send it to me?
And by the way, to go back to what you were saying before, we're just going through some like weird distribution things right now, so we don't have like a set date, but you'll
Oh,
see
yeah.
new stuff soon.
yeah.
New
Yeah.
stuff
Okay.
soon. Yeah, and then you guys will figure out what's going on. But
Yeah, we're gonna make
yeah.
something about that.
yeah, we're gonna tell you all what's going on.
Yeah.
Like today, like with me in technology, like it'll
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
I had to tell myself, because I do struggle with anxiety.
Yeah, absolutely.
I had to tell myself, stop, chill out. It will happen. Like you know what I mean?
I
So
feel that.
for me, like music has been really therapeutic. And I'm gonna say this like as a compliment to you guys, your music has helped me a lot recently.
Oh my
That's
god, that's like the
awesome.
best
That's
compliment
that's
I've ever
amazing.
received.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's Glitch that I'm connecting with more now than Daughters of Witches. But like whenever your songs come on, it's, you know, sometimes when you're listening to music and you go, skip.
Yeah.
You listen to it, but you like it, but you know,
Yeah.
your music, and I'm not just saying it because I'm interviewing you guys. It's like I listened to it, you know. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so
Oh my
much.
God.
That is
That means a
amazing.
lot.
It does. It really
Yes.
does.
Oh my gosh. I think, well, it's hard to pick favorites. I think I'm gonna say maybe Glitch, because I remember, so that song started with the chorus. I brought in the chorus idea,
Mm,
and I just remember like how, I don't know, I just remember like writing the chorus, and I remember that it felt really really satisfying to where I was in the moment. I don't know. Like, I don't know if you ever create anything, like any like painting or drawing or music or anything, but sometimes you go through that where you just create something and it's like, this is very authentic to how I'm feeling
mm,
at this moment, and it feels very satisfying and very relevant. So that's how I felt with Glitch. So
amazing.
yeah.
That's how I feel like, because obviously I do create, I'm a YouTuber, I create the videos.
Absolutely.
And I did an interview with a friend about music and mental health.
Mhm.
And there was just something about it where afterwards, when I rewatched it, I was like, I've done that. Like,
Yay.
you know, so I understand what you mean. So I'm on the last question, and because I'm a bit conscious that time's limited on this.
Ah.
So what have I asked this? What dream country would you love to play in? Did I ask that? I don't think I have.
Ooh,
No, you haven't
No,
asked
that's a
that.
good one.
Oh, dream country.
To play in or to visit or
Visit and play as a band, like, you know,
yeah.
because I'm gonna be honest, it'll happen. I'm seeing it.
Yay.
That's the goal.
That's the goal.
Okay. For me, I'd love to play in, like, I always say this, like Western Europe, like Germany, UK, Italy. Probably Italy would be my number one though. I'd love to play there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love to play in Portugal because I'm half
Oh.
Portuguese, and I think I said this
Wow.
before, but I'd like to meet some of my family there, and it would be really cool if we could play there.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I would love to go play in Norway. One of my big dreams is to visit Norway, and it would be amazing to play there. Similar to Jonah, before Canada, my mom's side was Norwegian. I would never say I'm Norwegian, too far removed, but we have like a list of all the cities that my family is from in Norway, and I'd love to go there. And I'm learning Norwegian as well, so I really, really want to go.
Norway's definitely been a place that I want to visit, if I'm honest. Like, there's an artist, I think she's not from Norway, she's from the Faroe Islands, but Ivor, if you've heard of her,
Yes.
she's phenomenal. I've
Have her
never
on
heard
my
it.
list.
Yeah, never heard anything like it. But I did research and I was like, wow, that's where she's from. I want to visit there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. There is
So
that connection when an artist that you love is from there, because then you just feel like you understand a bit more of where they're
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Well, thank you so much for coming on, guys.
Thank you for having
Yeah,
us.
thank you.
I think I've got it arranged for the near future for you guys to come back onto the channel for reactions.
Yeah,
Yes, I'm so
absolutely.
excited
That
for
would be
that.
so fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm gonna arrange that with your managers.
Yeah.
And I do have a new computer coming, so I'm gonna have better quality.
Yeah, all
Technology.
good. Technology is tricky. I don't understand technology.
No, I'm a YouTuber and I'm like, I hate technology. What am I doing with my life?
I feel that. It's so
Yeah.
stressful
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you
Yeah,
for
of
taking the time to
course.
chat with us. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And so that was the interview. I'm really proud of this interview. I'm really proud of this video. As I said, it's something that I've ticked off the list of my bucket list for good now. And I hope to do more interviews. I'm still yet to do some reactions with Freeze the Fall. That is to be scheduled, so you've got that to look forward to. And I hope you've enjoyed this. If you did, please press the like button. If you have only just come onto this channel because you're fans of Freeze the Fall, please press that subscribe button. And to everyone who's been along on the journey, thank you so much for getting this channel to this point. Freeze the Fall, you guys rock. Love you guys, and I hope to meet you one day. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. God bless you and peace out.